So, good day, guys. For this series, I'm gonna review figures that are older. Uh, Most of them will be considered grails because of how expensive and unavailable they are. But for the most part, I'm still gonna review figures that are older, but they're not as expensive because you can still pretty much find them around. So to start this series, I wanna go with Yondu because he's apart from being my first expensive Hot Toys figure, he's also one of my favorite characters in the MCU. I mean, James Gunn, the one who directed Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, did a lot of good things about unpopular characters. He basically changed them into being more interesting, and Yondu is one of them. His arc with Peter Quill, the father and son thing, it was just awesome. He's also doing the same thing with Peacemaker right now, as of this recording. So he has that talent. So Yondu is expensive because he's only one off. Aside from being one off, he's also one of the face sculpts where they really nailed it. Hot Toys, they're hit and miss with face sculpts. But Yondu, let's just wait for him to turn around. It's just a home run. They're just very good with alien figures, and it's really like looking at a mini Michael Rooker as Yondu when you see him. That face sculpt, look at it. Even the micro expressions, look at that expressions. Look at that expression. Man, that is just Yondu, and it looks a lot of things from different angles. So I'm just so impressed with that, and I understand why he fetches very expensive right now. As of this recording on eBay, he's currently on $600, and it's not even the end of the bidding yet. There's still 2 days, so he's still gonna skyrocket to $650 or maybe $700. I got him for something like $520, but you're gonna notice something. Okay, look at his coat. His coat is a different color. His coat is sort of pinkish maroon or something, and it's not the original color, because the thing with Yondu is that he came with a pleather coat, and pleather, especially in the Philippines, it's just not gonna last. It's gonna last long if you take care of it, if you put it in a well ventilated, humidity controlled and temperature controlled room, which I can imagine only very few people in the Philippines has, because I didn't have that before I collected Hot Toys. I only became conscious of it when I bought these expensive figures. So that pleather coat is gonna go, and when it goes, the only thing you can do is have it repaired. And when you repair it, what they do is they're gonna run it on paint, rubber paint or something, and they're just gonna repaint the whole thing. And most of the time, they don't even get the colors right, as in my case. This Yondu, he didn't get the color right. It's just I'm looking at it right now in the light box, and it's okay. I mean, it doesn't make me sick or make me feel bad. It's okay, I guess. I can live with it, especially looking at it right now in the light box. But remember that the camera plays tricks. So this isn't the real color. The one I'm looking at the screen right now, it's not the real color when I'm putting it in the shelf. It's a lot more pink. So what I did was that I bought another coat, and somebody who said that he had an extra Yondu coat. He's from Canada, and he shipped it to me. He charged me $90 for it, and I just went for it because I just love this figure so much. I was gonna pay anything for it, really. That's how crazy I am. And on top of that, I also got a Chinese knockoff coat for $40. So, and add that with the repair cost, which was something like $35, I actually spent around $600 for this figure. So I thought I saved money when I got him for $500 or something, $520. But truth is, I still spent around $630, $620, $40 for him. But Yeah, he's worth it for me. I really love the character. Uh, he's not gonna have much of a shelf presence because he's a medium-sized character. He's not really as big. So most casual people who aren't really into collectibles or know the value of these things, they're he's gonna pretty much get ignored when you display him with a Guardians team and all. But that's not the reason why we collect. We collect is because something means a lot to us. And Yondu, he means a lot to me, especially the scene with the father and son, because I'm also a father right now. So I really love that scene. I mean, I'm not like Yondu, of course. I don't think it's very smart if you if you end up parenting your child like Yondu did with Peter. But his redemption arc, it was just so touching. I can watch the scene again and again, and it made Guardians the Galaxy Volume 2 a good movie because it had a lot of dragging parts in it. So anyway, we're here to talk about the figure. This is actually my second time recording it because I forgot to press record the first time, and I didn't take a break, so I'm just continuing on. So yeah. Anyway, here's something to focus on. Look at the color in his back. Sorry, I have this in manual focus, my camera. I want you to notice the color of the coat over the one on his back. Let's just wait for it. Because the one on his back is the real color of the coat when it came with it. This coat has a lot of nuance and details to it, and it's just gonna get lost if you repair it. It depends of how OC are you. Yeah, we have it. Look at that color, that brownish red thing. It looks more brown in this camera. That thing, that's supposed to be the color of his pleather, and it's also a lot shinier, the texture. So it has a different effect than what you're looking at right now. Although I'm not gonna deny it, it still looks good. I am still proud of this Yondu figure. So let's take a look at the accessories. So you're gonna see a rocket here because the deluxe version, it comes with a gun. With this gun that wasn't made for him. It was actually made for Rocket because Rocket and Yondu had spent a lot of time together in the movie, and it's just funny that they made a figure that had a weapon that required you to buy another figure. So I don't know, it felt like a cheesy marketing ploy for you to complete it, but heck, I love Rocket anyway. I might talk about Rocket because look at his knee pads. Let's focus on his knee pads a bit. See that rip there? I got this mint and sealed in box, and as I said, the weather and humidity in the Philippines, they're not very nice in figures, and glue and pleather, they're just gonna melt. So when you have a Yondu and you're spending a lot of money for him, just know that his coat is not gonna last forever. That $700 or $600 is spent, it's not gonna look brand new or mint or anything, no matter how you take care of it, because that's just the reality of figures. So as for his accessories and the deluxe, oh sorry Rocket. So I'll move Rocket off screen now cause he had his time. the deluxe comes with a baby Groot. No, the baby Groot I think comes with everything, but it's the cage. The cage comes with the figure, this one. And for me, you can skip the deluxe if you can. I mean, every Yondu that I've seen being sold is the deluxe figure. But the deluxe figure, truth be told, is one of the more not important figures because for the most part you get the rocket gun, this cage, and they don't really do anything to Yondu. You can lose this figure, sell them individually, you won't miss them. So as for Yondu's hands, he comes with very few accessories really, but they're good. Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. What I like about Yondu's hands as few as they are, yeah, I hope you can see them at least, or get a good idea of what they are. They're very dancey, they're very snappy. And Michael Rooker's body structure, he has long arms, he has lanky shoulders, so it's always like he's dancing and having fun. So they nail that in the figure, and the hand gestures, therefore holding the yaka arrow, his blade, his knife that you can see equipped in his hand. I'll bring back the camera to Yondu now because he's a lot more interesting to look at. See that accessory there with the blade? Such good nuance, right? It looks awesome. I'm glad that they thought of that. I'm glad that they made it like this. Look, you can even see the venation of the hands. That's how good, that's how much they nailed this figure. And they're not gonna make this anymore. Yondu's not gonna come back. This is the only Yondu we're getting. I don't think they're even gonna bring them back in the multiverse of madness. This is it. This is the final Yondu, which is why he is very expensive, and he is personally worth it. You can also see the repair work of the arrow, of the strap, I mean. It's not done very well. I mean, I tried to repair it with blue tack, and then this guy, I think he just glued it, and it wasn't done in a very good way, but it's behind him. I mean, I don't mind it so much. I collect a lot of figures, and I'm not really that much into the details of how mint it is. It's just, for me, it's just seeing it represented and having the major parts done well. That's it for me. So he comes with a really few accessories. The Yaka arrow. This one is a good accessory because if you want him on a neutral stance, where he's just holding this, you can also do that. This one, the mohawk piece that he got because his original one was taken out. I mean, I don't like this look. I like the mohawk look. He looks way more badass. So I can do without this piece, but some people want to be more screen accurate, so they trade it to him. Let's just put him in on, just for variation's sake. Yep, it slips there by a magnet. I don't know if I had it the right way on because I haven't really strapped on this piece for a very long time. Okay, that was the right way. Still looks good. He looks like in the Guardians of the Galaxy Part 1. That's his look in the first movie. So very few accessories, but they mean a lot to the character. They help the character. They are a part of it. They're not useless apart from the deluxe ones. And if you're gonna ask me, is it worth getting? As long as you can handle the pleather coat, it's gonna get damaged. You're gonna lose the details when you have it repaired because sooner or later, 10, 20 years from now, you're gonna have it done. And if that's okay with you, you can live with that. I highly recommend it. But if you're just a casual collector, you just want to impress your friends, and I suggest that you only get the popular ones: the Spider-Man, the Batman, the Superman, the Iron Man, especially the Iron Man. You can get those, and you'll be good with that. This is just too expensive if you're a casual collector. Considering that he's also hard to take care of, and if you're looking at Hot Toys as an investment, well, it's really hard to maintain his condition. So I also don't think that you're gonna sell him for a lot of money, especially if you're gonna get him now. If you manage to hoard 5 of them in the past when they were released, I'm guessing you're gonna make a lot of money. You'll make 2 to 3 times the amount you paid for it. But now, that's not gonna happen. So apart from that, the joints are okay. I mean, they hold up pretty well compared to the other figures. If there's a slight weakness of the joint that I notice, It's the feet. This one. I think he has what I call the Star-Lord feet, the ankles. They get loose. They're the first to get loose, and over time. If there's an ankle, if you keep on posing this figure, keep on messing with it, changing his pose, the ankle's gonna give out first. I'm also just gonna zoom into the damage here, and the jacket. See the rhinestones there? Yeah. See, some of them are lost. So that's what you're gonna deal with when you're getting a used figure. But good job on the belt. The belt didn't flake, which is a rare thing because most belts, they're the ones to flake out first. You can notice the imperfections of the detail right now, and this strap piece right here, it's broken. So that's gonna happen on your Yondu in the future, and you're gonna spend somewhere around $600 for a figure that would have that kind of damage sometime. No matter how you take care of it, something's just gonna happen. Glue and leather, they just don't play very well. They just don't last. So anyway, in conclusion, I recommend this figure for collectors like me and somebody who really loves the movie or has a character resonate with them. Yondu, he's worth it. You can always resell him for the amount that you got him, even with the damages. I mean, if you just be patient. Although know that a lot of people do not have that much money, and it might take you a while to sell it, just because the fact that it's expensive. If you decide to sell it below market price, I mean, yeah, you're gonna have bites sooner. You're gonna have someone like me get it. I mean, if you're gonna ask me, would I get another Yondu figure in the future for $600? 2-3 years from now, everything better than this, the condition for this one, I actually am gonna say yes. It's crazy, right? I mean, he doesn't have multiple posing options because he only has one head sculpt. He has that other hair, but I just want to have a Yondu in a museum pose where I never touch, where I keep in a very good room, and it's just gonna last me forever. And so I can tell stories about the character to my grandchildren or something. And besides, apart from that, he's such a cool character. Look at his pose right now. Among my collection, he's the most funky, dancey character. Truth be told, I love him a lot more than the Spider-Man. The Spider-Man and the versions of it, they're very poseable, but they don't make me smile the way Yondu does. I fiddle with Yondu a lot more than the Spider-Man. I look at him in the shelf a lot more. I have a bigger smile when I look at him compared to the Spider-Man, who are a lot more poseable than him. I'm always worried with the Spider-Man. Yeah, but that's another topic. So I have rambled long enough. I hope you find this review or this series helpful. You can give me suggestions on how I can improve. As for now, I'm not investing in an editing software. I'm also not working with a script because I just want to talk about it. I just want to talk about the figure. I hope my mic is too sensitive. It's picking up a lot of things. I hope it won't be too much of a distraction. So that's it. Thank you for checking out. Like, subscribe, encourage me if you want to see more content. I mean, I could invest in a better mic and stuff like that. If you like my ideas, help me out. Okay? Have a nice day, and I hope I also help you make a decision whether you should get this figure. Bye.